So,
that's kind of where
we've got some questions from viewers about financial issues. I'm going to throw out two issues, and we'll leave it to you, either one or both of you, to respond as you see fit. Viewer from Appleton wants to know how underfunded are teacher retirement accounts, pension accounts, and is that an issue that we track here? And then, secondly, we have someone who serves on a city council from that famous American and Minnesota community, Unidentified Town, who's concerned about getting far less money than the city did before 2009, and I suspect he's referring to local government aid there. But so we've got a question then about funding of pensions, public employee pensions, and this question of local government aid. Anybody want to take a run at that, Commissioner?
Yeah, I've been working on the pension problem, and I know that the pension committee, and there's a joint committee
Which is, incidentally, our viewers should be aware that this is one thing that that distinguishes Minnesota from other states, in that traditionally it's had this joint committee approach, and however political the process has been, about which I have no opinion, it is far less political than it is in other places, and that has been helpful to this process, however significant the problem might be.
No, that's a good point. In fact, but I remember when I started about a year and a half ago as commissioner of MMB, I said, well, how good are our pensions? And everyone kept saying, well, they're better than Illinois. I said, well, that doesn't tell me very much, right? Illinois and New Jersey, as we know, have really significant problems. I think
California as well.
California and the Illinois one, I was looking at the numbers there, and they're like at 50% funded right now. We're what we call okay, but we need to make some adjustments. So we're at about I'm trying to guess now at the percentage, just somewhere in the 70% range. Funded, our liabilities are funded at about 70%. What happened was, after 2008, in 2010, the legislature and the governor made some changes to increase contribution levels by the employees and the agencies, and also to increase state funding. And that helped. That put us on a new trajectory that looked pretty good. Well, then along comes 2012. 2012 was kind of a bad year for the market. So even though you have a trajectory that looks good, if the market is down, I mean, it won't keep up with your projections. And so we made some other adjustments. But now if you look at 2015, was kind of a bad year for the market. So once again, we have a little bit of tightening and a greater unfunded liability. So there's a proposal now in front of the Joint Commission on Pensions that would increase contributions by the employer, the state, and also by the employee, and also reduce cost of living adjustments. One of the things you really have to be careful about, some of the cost of living adjustments are at 2%. Well, the inflation's not even at 2% in some areas. So you really have to make sure you match that. But on the other hand, you also have made promises to people who have retired. You got to keep those promises. So there's that tension of making sure that the people who are working, paying into the system, are funding the system for their benefit, and not necessarily making up for all the problems that the people who've already retired are experiencing. So it's a real trade-off. But we are looking at these proposals. In fact, we'll be meeting in the next week or so with the governor, talking about the proposals in the Joint Committee about whether we should make these changes now to get back on a 100% trajectory. What you always want to do is you want to, today, in the next 20 to 30 years, you want to be on a plan that will get you to 100% funding. And that, of course, changes every year based on market conditions. But we're in good shape, but we could be a little bit better, is how I would say it.
Any thoughts on that?
I think I have to agree with the Commissioner and you as well, Judge, with regards to Minnesota. I've been in public service for quite some time, and I've watched this now over the last 9 years, and I remember when the pensions were sailing along good, when the markets were good.
Yes.
When they weren't so good, all of a sudden we were in trouble. And this commission, I think, has been doing a good job of replenishing the dollars, whether it be employee contributions or employer contributions. Something like that has to be done. I mean, after all, we're living longer now than expected, and that's a good thing.
Well, that actually just came up. Interjecting here, this new study just said that we're living 2 years longer.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference in your liability issue.
And I'm hoping to contribute to this problem.
I know we're all in favor of this, right?
We should be all in favor of that.
But it is a great thing, and but it's something you have to fund.
Right.
I mean, to interrupt.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But I think the tightening of it and the participation and addressing the issues and not just running away from it. I did do some reading on pensions, and some year, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, we weren't in very good shape. Maybe 5 years ago, we were looking to be in tough shape. But this group got together and started to deal with it. We didn't just wait for us to get deeper and deeper in the hole here. So those obligations that we've made to those employees, whether it be public, state employees or county employees, have to be kept. And if we have to adjust them out a little longer to not be able to retire or to contribute more, that's what we have to do.
And one of the things we had to also change that we did change was taking the discount rate from 8.5 to 8%. So the discount rate is what you assume you're going to get a return in the market. And going down from 8.5 to 8 was a good step. But there are still some rating agencies out there that say we should go even further down. Well, if you adjust it down, you do increase your unfunded liability. But it's something we need to think about going forward, though, too.
We also have to consider those that aren't getting pensions. I mean, I hear from those too, public employees get pensions. We don't do that in the private sector. That's not totally true. Some of the private sector does have pensions if they had a good planning process in place. But nevertheless, the public is paying for all these, whether they be public employee increases. It's still coming out of the local taxpayers' pocket, so we have to be mindful of that at all times. And you'll hear that side of the story as well when you talk about pensions.